Good afternoon, countrymen and women. I wish to confirm on behalf of the Tonse Alliance that this morning we successfully filed in a petition in the Constitutional Court of Zambia regarding the eligibility of the 60th Republican President, Dr. Edgar Lungu, to contest the 2026 general election. The essence of our petition is to challenge the decision of the Honorable Court in the Michero Chizombwe matter, which was rendered on the 10th of December 2024, in which the court determined that Dr. Edgar Chagwalungu, who is the Tonse 2026 presidential candidate, was not eligible to contest the 2026 presidential election. Now, like I said earlier, the gist of our petition is that the Constitutional Court misdirected itself when it rendered the ruling that it did in December of last year, on the basis that they did not consider certain provisions of the Constitution, which, had they been considered, then the decision of the court would have been different. Some of these provisions include Article 267, Sub-Article 3C, as well as 3B. And the other basis of our petition is that the court equally misdirected itself when it held that the decision of previous judgments in the Dan Pule matter, the Legal Resources Foundation matter, the Dr. Sishua matter, as well as other related matters, which had held that Dr. Edgar Chagwalungu was eligible to stand in 2021, as well as subsequent elections, was per curiam, in the sense that it had not considered sections 2, 6, and 7 of the Constitutional Amendment Act number 2 of 2016. We have been able to demonstrate in our petition that was filed this morning that those provisions of the Constitutional Amendment Act number 2 of 2016 were considered in all the previous 3 judgments that have been rendered or that were rendered by the same Constitutional Court prior to the Michero Chizombwe matter and decision that the court delivered on the 10th of December 2024, and in which the Constitutional Court departed from the 3 previous court judgments that it had rendered. The last basis of our petition is that the Constitutional Court violated the Constitution in rendering its decision in the Michero Chizombwe matter. Specifically, the Constitutional Court violated Article 52, Sub-Article 4 of the Constitution, which requires that the eligibility of a person cannot be determined unless that person has filed a nomination and that nomination has either been accepted or rejected. In this case, we refer to the case of Christopher Shakafuswa, in which the court itself was able to determine in 2018 that they could not state whether Mr. Christopher Shakafuswa was eligible to stand as mayor if he held on to his ward seat, because he had not filed in a nomination as a mayor. And so we believe that that previous precedence of the court is supposed to be applicable, or was to be applicable, to the ECL eligibility matter, in which the court made the decision on the eligibility of someone before that person had filed in a nomination. Because in as much as President Edgar Lungu is the Tonse 2026 presidential candidate, he has not yet filed a nomination with regards to the 2026 election. So that is the backbone of our petition, and we expect it to be deliberated upon and the judgment to be delivered expeditiously so that we can proceed with campaigns with our candidates for 2026. Thank you.